The EPPI-Reviewer 4 reporting functions allow you to produce categorical, numeric, and textual data reports in a wide variety of formats. This video looks at frequency, crosstab, coding, and summary reports. Other reports that are specific to particular functions, such as inductive coding reports or double coding comparison reports, are covered in those topics' relevant videos. Please note that the coding for an item must be marked as complete before that coding is available to the reporting functions. If you are double coding and have items that still need to be reconciled and completed, they will not show up in your report. The report functions can be found in different locations depending on the report you wish to run. Frequency reports. Frequency reports can be found in the Frequency tab. To run a frequency report, select a code or code set that contains child codes. In this example, we can select the Screening Untitled and Abstract code set. The selected code or code set is displayed on the screen. You can now restrict the report to items that have the included flag or the excluded flag assigned to them. You can also use a filter to restrict the report to items with a particular code. When you click on Get Frequencies, each child code of the selected code or code set is displayed along with the number of times the code was applied. You should note that this is the frequency of codes applied and not the frequency of items, as some items may have been assigned more than one code. If you click on Go for a particular code, the items with that code will be listed in the Documents tab. You can export the frequency table in a number of different formats, including Word and Excel. You can also run a frequency report from the Codes tab. If you right-click a code or code set that has child codes and select Display Included Item Frequencies, a frequency report will be created in the Frequency tab. Crosstab report. The crosstab report function can be found in the Crosstabs tab. A crosstab report will allow you to cross-tabulate the answers of one question against another into a matrix to find the relationship between answers. It is set up similar to a frequency report, but in this case, you need to select a code or code set for both axes. In this example, I can place the age of learners question in the x-axis and the sex of learners question in the y-axis. As with the frequency report, you can use a filter to restrict the report to items with a particular code. To run the report, click on Get Crosstabs. Each cell displays the number of items that have both codes applied. If you click on that number, the items will be listed in the Documents tab. You can export the crosstab report in a number of different formats, including Word and Excel. Coding reports. Coding reports are a way of displaying all of the coding for an item across one or many different code sets. To begin, select the item or items you wish to have in the report from the Documents tab. Next, click on the Get Coding Reports for the selected items icon to open the Item Coding Reports window. Select the code sets to include in the report and then click on Get Reports. This will produce a report that will display the citation, its abstract, and all of the coding that was carried out using the selected code sets. If no coding was carried out, only the citation and abstract will be displayed. The coding report allows the user to quickly see how an item was coded and requires very little setup. The report includes any textual information added to a code and any numeric outcome data entered. By running the report against a dummy code set that is not being used, it is also a quick way of listing the citation and abstract for all of your studies. Summary reports. The summary report functions will allow the user to arrange and display their coding in many different formats. The user can select the codes or code sets to build the report and then select the documents to include in the report. The summary report can be accessed through the Reports tab. To create a report, enter a name in the report title box and click on the Save button. This report can now be loaded by clicking on the Load icon and edited at any time. A report consists of one or more columns that contain the codes that make up the report. To add a new column to your report, click on the Add New Column button and the new column will be displayed on the screen. There are two types of report format. Question reports summarize all the answers or codes directly below a specified code or code set. These reports can have multiple codes per column. Answer reports contain one answer or code per column. Once you've created a report, you can drag the codes or code sets from the Code tab on the right side of the screen over to a column. The codes or code sets that can be dragged will have an arrow next to them. Depending on the type of report format selected, the user can choose as many codes as they wish to put in a column. The user can also add as many columns as they wish to a report. By clicking on the Maximize/Minimize icon in the column, you can edit details about the column, such as the title and what to display in the report. You can display the selected code, any additional text that was added to the response, and any highlighted text associated with that code. If you have already selected the items you want to include in your report, click on the Run icon at the top of the Reports tab to open up the Reports dialog box. Next, select the Save Report from the drop-down menu. You can specify the items to include, how to order them, whether the alignment is horizontal or vertical, what item ID to use, and whether to include the outcome data. Now click Go and the report is displayed in the Report Viewer window. From this window, the user can edit, save, or print the report. If you wish to run your report from the Documents tab, select the items to include in the report and then click on the Run Reports icon. This will open up the Reports dialog box where you can select your saved report and run your report. Next, I will show a few examples of how your summary report can be set up. The first example shows the responses to a number of questions with all the responses in the same column using the question format. This could be set up with multiple columns where you would group related questions in each column. Each column can be named to reflect its theme. When you run the report, each question with the selected answer is displayed. The next example has a question in each column using the question format. This type of report allows you to quickly see the response to selected questions across selected items. The report, when run, would look like this. You can also create a report where all the responses to a question are in their own column. For this, you would select the answer format and drag each response over. When you run the report, it would look like this. This report might be useful when you have a code set that expects a single answer to the question. If you wish to generate a report that just includes the outcome data, select the answer format and add the outcome code to the column. The report produced will be a table that can be saved in different formats and imported into other statistical software. For more information about the report functions in EPPI-Reviewer, please see the user manual. For more information about EPPI-Reviewer 4, please go to the EPPI-Reviewer 4 gateway. The web address is shown on the screen.